Okay, so yeah, welcome back. Just taking a look at some of these scenarios right here. So, well, we're joined by Honorable Ikenna Azomchine. He is a former governorship aspirant for the Obidient, I beg your pardon, for he's Obidient General. I think that's what got me. I'm just trying to look at this, understand this. He's Obidient General for a new Nigeria movement. He joins us virtually. Good morning, and thank you for joining us today on the program.
Good morning. I will help you a little bit.
Yes, please.
Former governorship aspirant, Anambra State, 2007, under the PDP.
Not Labour Party?
No, 2007
what happened?
Was when I ran for governorship in Anambra State. But for the Obidient movement, I am the Obidient General for the new Nigeria.
So what party are you now?
Well, I'm Obidient.
Oh, so
I'm Obidient.
Does it mean you're partyless?
I'm in love with Labour Party.
But?
Well, let's start the discussion. You will hear me.
This is a discussion, so it started already.
I'm in love with the Labour Party. That's what I said. And I'm the Obidient General for the new Nigeria. We drove the Obidient movement from Sokoto to wherever corners of Nigeria, whatever happened in 2023 that you know about the Obidient movement. This is the general talking.
So wait, isn't this anti-party activity? Because if you're a member of the PDP, you're driving Obidient movement. Isn't that what they call this in politics?
Well, I just told you I ran governorship in 2007 under PDP. I was the PDP chairman international. First, I was the PDP chairman Belgium in 2001. Then I became PDP chairman Europe. Then I became PDP chairman international, the whole world, for 4 years. So that's my former office. Currently, I am Obidient, and I'm obediently looking for the new Nigeria, which we believe that Peter Obi is the right man, and that's where we are at this stage.
Okay, so Mr. Abure, I think he might have been speaking to you on Friday in that his presser. He wants them to be a lot more obedient and not disobedient because, I hope you can still hear me.
I'm listening to you.
Okay, so he had a presser, that's Mr. Julius Abure, the chairman of the party, Labour Party, and he says that a lot of people, particularly
the
oligarchy...
I'm talking to you, but I'm not seeing you. Who am I talking to?
Well, I wonder what you're seeing because I can see you and I can hear you, so...
I'm seeing myself. I'm seeing myself.
As long as you can hear me, that's fine. Oh, so here's the thing. Now, Mr. Julius Abure held the press conference, and he did say that quite a number of people, particularly the real oligarchy, have infiltrated the Obidient movement, and that he is saying that they want to use the Obidient movement and pull the party down. And he says that the Obedients have a grievance about not having key roles in the party, but they've gone ahead and created some structure, some framework to accommodate them. Are you aware of that press conference, and what do you think of it?
Please, what's your name? Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Chamberlain. Wow. Can you hear me?
Chamberlain, okay, Chamberlain. Chamberlain, with all due respect to Mr. Abure, Abure does not really have any control over the Obidient movement. I mean, Obidient movement, we have Obedience in APC, we have Obedience in PDP, we have Obedience everywhere. In fact, we are only loyal to Peter Obi that we see that is the future of the motives and the thinking of the Obedience. We don't take instructions from anybody. In fact, Abure is making a big mistake by daring to get into the Obedience. We don't have any business with Abure. We are only loyal to our principal, Peter Obi. And if any other person tomorrow has what it takes, what Peter Obi possesses, the Obidient movement will follow suit. We are all organic individuals with our own resources, following up the new Nigeria that we want. Me particularly, nobody has funded my campaign in the Obidient movement. I funded my campaign from beginning to the end to today. So we believe that Peter Obi has what it takes to pilot the affairs of our country to where to a level where we compete with the world. So we are not listening to Abure. In fact, we overheard him saying that he has been waiting for the investigators to come. We are strongly against it to be wasting resources investigating Abure, because we know that the party politics in Nigeria is about dragging people to court and distracting the focus of good leaders. So we the Obedience, particularly myself, I'm against it. So Abure should allow the Obidient movement thrive. We have our own organic nature. We don't want any directorate under the Labour Party. During the campaign, we came into the Labour Party with our fund. We gave some of the funds to some Labour Party officials, and we know what happened. So we, Obedience, we went on with the support group to do the magic that happened in 2023. So we are not, what we must insist now, we believe strongly that the document in INEC for the Unity Convention should be followed 100% inclusive of all factions, Papa and Abure or whatever. The Obidient movement is independent and supporting Peter Obi 100%.
So,
and we must also build Labour. The Labour Party must build their party from the world to the national level. I mean, the convention must be a convention that's all inclusive, and it must be seen as credible. And that's what business Abure should concentrate on, and not the Obidient movement.
So at the time that the elections, held, Mr. Peter Obi, of course, he was a member of the Labour Party, and he listened to the chairman at the time, even till now, anyways, Mr. Abure. So are you suggesting that even if Mr. Peter Obi does listen to him, Obedience, you don't care about that? You just support Mr. Obi, that's it. Whatever the chairman says, he's on kettle of fish.
Well, we know right about now that the chairman has some challenges. You are not unaware of the media accusations and all whatnot, but we believe that, Mr. Peter Obi has what it takes to handle Labour Party. We are not, we are not going into the party brouhaha. What we are looking for right about now is how to support the Nigerian people who are suffering. Nigerian people are hungry. I was in Nigeria 4 weeks ago, and I was traveling along the Benue axis. I ran into a lady carrying the corpse of her late husband. The driver apparently parked the vehicle and claimed that he had no money to fix it, and the lady had no money to continue the journey. Nigerians, the lady was there weeping. I had to pay for this corpse to be conveyed in another vehicle. Nigerians are suffering. Let us leave party politics.
Honorable
the 2023, yes.
Hi, good morning. My name is Kayla Magua. Can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you, madam.
Okay. Now, it's all well and nice, everything we've heard you say. But you do know that in Nigeria, to win an election, you have to be in a political party, which is the reason why Mr. Peter Obi belongs to a political party. What's the issue now is that there is a problem with people like you who do not want to be a part of the politics or have anything to do with the political party, but are supporting a candidate. That dynamic is one of the major issues that is costing your candidate the victory that he wants. He wants to be president of Nigeria. He's doing it under the Labour Party. Now, many people have started to even believe that some of the people who do not want to be a part of the party, you just want to be Obedients. You don't want to be Labour Party people. In fact, many people are beginning to believe that you may actually be from other political parties. You may actually be trying to scuttle his chances. And let me explain why. When it comes to politics, you have to be able to consolidate and then work together to attain victory. And that victory includes a political party. Do you not agree with it? Do you think that your candidate can get power in Nigeria and have people who just support him but do not support the party that he belongs to? If he does get into power, that party will form the structure on which his government will stand. What do you think about this?
First of all, I need to educate you a little bit because I'm a party man. I've been in PDP since 1990. if you want to know, 1999, sorry. Let me tell you something. Mr. Peter Obi has the decision to make which political party he carries his flag. And we are just his supporters. I came from PDP to support Peter Obi in his Labour Party. And I chose the Obidient Network because that was where I felt comfortable, understanding the operatives and the way people are, the language people speak under the Obidient Network. That's not to say that we are not supporting the Labour Party. But after the election, the Labour Party started having several issues of funds and struggle for power, and which we know that we are suspecting some big ants around, but we are not going to occupy waste our time, dwelling on the politics of Labour Party. Rather, we are looking for how can we build up Nigerian people in case Peter Obi decides tomorrow, okay, I'll fly the Labour Party ticket, or I'll fly. Don't forget, if PDP had given Peter Obi the ticket rather than Atiku, we won't be where we are today. So
I mean, Honorable, you mentioned something very pertinent. Sorry to cut you there, but you mentioned something very important, and I want to be able to take you up on that. You did say, you talked about some of the issues that the Labour Party had after the general elections. Would you suggest a different political party for Peter Obi in the next elections? Or can he, as many people have seen him do, standing by the Labour Party, standing by Mr. Julius Abure, do you think he should continue there or should he leave? And many people started this conversation when Mr. Doyin Okupe, remember, when Mr. Doyin Okupe left the Labour Party, saying, look, they don't have the same ideology as I do, and neither do they have the same ideology as Mr. Peter Obi. Do you suggest that he stays there or should he change party?
Well, let me tell you what will pain me. It took us a whole lot of stress to say the Papa, Mama, Pikin to the local people. And that, let me repeat it again. Even every little dog or cat in Nigeria knew that we won the 2023 election. From my opinion, the Papa, Mama, Pikin is difficult to resell again. So I would advise that the Labour Party goes back to the Unity Convention with all parties included, and INEC must respect and give them this opportunity for them to be able to form a formidable force. Nobody will beat a United Labour Party in 2027 if that becomes the case. Only under Peter Obi.
I want to be able to get your thoughts. What is this Unity Convention? You said it twice now. Talk to us a bit about that. What's going on? What is the Unity Convention?
You're not unaware of the Nnewi Convention that was hastily done. It, almost 7 members without the support of NLC, TUC, and all whatnot. We are asking the Labour Party to go back to the drawing board, start from the ward to the national level, and conduct all-inclusive convention that is the joy of all of us who all come down to Nigeria. The diasporans, we didn't participate in the convention. And having an experience in conventions as a former PDP chairman international, convention is a time where party loyalists.
But you're not a member of the party. Join the party and join the convention. What's the holdup? Join the party and you can go for their convention.
Obedients are in love with the Labour Party and we're in love with our principles. If the Labour Party conducts its affairs the right way, obediently, we will be there.
Well, Honorable Kenna, Mr. Abure did say that part to address some of the concerns that Obedients have. In fact, he says, actually, some of them are ward chairmen, party executives, local government offices, but that notwithstanding, he's gone ahead to create a portal, a platform, an app, a registration app that other members can take advantage of and become members. Would you utilize that?
We will do that through the support groups. It's not the Obidient Network. The Obidient Network is an organic machine that does not have a leadership. We don't need Abure to direct the Obidient movement. The Obidient movement knows the leader. So the leader is Peter Obi. He should leave the Obidient movement alone. We are there. Yeah, he's aware. He knows the support of the. I traveled from Sokoto to Kaduna, to the last state in Nigeria, with our team, different Obidient networks. We went to villages. We translated our campaign slogans in different languages. I, for example, donated the office of Labour Party in Adamawa and inaugurated it. There was no office there until we found out there was no office. We gave Labour Party the strength to become what it is under the Obidient movement and the support groups. So we are not going to be joining issues whether Abure wants to give us a directorate or not, because we are well established. We have an organ. We have our network. In fact, today, Obidient movement is going around Nigeria supporting the vulnerable, and I'm sure he knows about that. So Obidient movement is not the problem of Labour Party. Labour Party just has to get their convention right, and the Obedience will be there for them.
Honorable, I just want to ask one question to begin with. Do you see a time when the Obidient movement will form their own political party, register their own political party?
I think you should channel this question to Peter Obi. The Obidient movement is Peter Obi. So when he decides, if Peter Obi goes to PDP today, we'll all follow. We believe that Peter Obi will drive Nigeria to where we want it to be. Don't forget, some of us are in this political party business. We are not children, like I can tell you. We can see, okay, where Nigeria is today. People can't afford food. A can of pick milk is 1,000 naira. You can't even fuel your cars. Nigerians are hungry. And we had Obidients had warned Nigerians that this would be the case today. We don't want to, be very or nice to the president, because he's already our president. We need to accord him some respect. But he had promised Nigerians that he would change things from the Buhari time to something new. But you can see that he's failing. We are even not sure where we are going tomorrow.
I actually asked you because you said you are the obedient general, meaning that you have quite, something, quite a voice in the movement. Is it something you would recommend to your leader, as you put him, that look, these political parties are not, really lining up. Let's form another party. Do you think it is something that might be considerable?
I'll repeat myself again. The Obidient movement is ever ready to follow our principle to wherever he goes. Our principle understands the dynamics of the political party.
It's a viable choice. Do you think it's a viable thought?
Well, we are not thinking about that yet. We just want the Labour Party to go back to the drawing board and get its, house in order. The Labour Party done well. I mean, it was able to carry the Obidient movement, the support group, and those that are yearning for a new Nigeria. We want them to get the system right, and then we follow them.
Obi says, if we can't change them, we'll leave them. In one of his reactions to what is happening in the Labour Party, what do you think he could be talking about?
Well, I wouldn't want Obi to dwell into a lot, because his focus is traveling around Nigeria, supporting those that don't really have any hope. Those resources, we need him to continue that route. You see, Labour Party is the threat right now. Even we are not unaware of maybe the ruling APC trying to dismantle the strength of Labour Party. I'm not accusing them, but we are not unaware of some threats. But what I'm saying is that Peter Obi should not waste his time dwelling into Labour Party. Labour Party should get itself in order for Peter Obi to see it good enough to come back to. Peter Obi should be the bride every party wants now to be able to have the presidency in 2027.
If you would speak to the rumors making the rounds that some people are already speaking with Mr. Peter Obi in some other political parties, some are already speculating that the PDP presidential candidate, you know, the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar was thinking about stepping down. Some would put it in the dockets of rumors, and that maybe Mr. Peter Obi would be the one that they want to field in his place. What would be your response to that, seeing that, as you said, you have been a member of the PDP, he has been a member of the PDP? Some people would say you guys are rolling stones.
He will make his decision. If Atiku had done this earlier than now, we wouldn't be where we are. Like I said, I am a PDP forward. I knew what happened in Abia State Government House when we, members of the Anambra Campaign Council, went for a meeting, and we realized that some of them were actually routing for Mr. Atiku. And that was when I walked away from PDP. Having walked from 99 to today, I felt that the right person to be given the ticket in PDP then was Peter Obi. I never knew Peter Obi. I never met him then. I was already campaigning for him. So today, again, I will repeat it. Labour Party should put their ass in order so that Peter Obi will remain in Labour Party. But if Labour Party allows Peter Obi to slip away to any other party, that party automatically becomes what to watch. Because we are waiting. Like I said, the Obidient movement, we are waiting for people to give us a sense of direction.
What you think might be the sense of direction that young Nigerians have right now with what is going on? A good number of people agree that Nigeria, what is happening in the country economically, socially, politically, it's a long time coming. It's something that's been with us for a very, very, very long time. It's not just something that started in the previous administration, not even in the administration before that one. So I want to ask you about this before I ask you about the young people. Why is it that political parties tend to depend on certain strong individuals as opposed to the institutions themselves? You have been speaking about the fact that the national chairman of the Labour Party is not someone, that the Obidient movement is listening to. Meanwhile, the Obidient movement right now is using the vehicle of the Labour Party. The same thing is happening in the other political parties where the national chairmen do not have as strong a voice as they did in the previous republics, the Third Republic, the Second Republic, even the First. Why do you think that is the situation? And do you think it is helpful so far?
Well, it is wrong for you to say that the Labour Party, the Obedients are not listening to the Labour Party. Obedients are listening to the Labour Party. We want them to tell us their problems and we will help them solve it. But I can assure you that during the campaign period, Obedients supported in cash and kind. We were there to, cover up for the Labour Party. I'm not going to come here and tell you what problems we faced with the Labour Party. What will make Nigeria work is for all of us to stop looking at big names. Let us look at someone like Peter Obi or somebody who comes from nowhere and gives us what we want. Nigeria is suffering.
The point that I'm making, Honorable, is that every politician is riding on the platform of a political party. At least that is what the electoral law that we are operating says now. Before you can vie for any elective post, you have to come through a political party. Naturally, part of the structure of a political party is to have a national chairman, have certain cadres of leadership. In the case of the Labour Party, there has been this conflict with the national chairman, and that has also happened in various other parties in the country today. The question that I'd like to ask you is, what do you think is responsible for that leadership tussle that has discredited several political parties until now? And I'm just talking generally to you as a politician, not just as an Obidient movement person. Why is it that big names, as you say, in the political parties do not listen to the party hierarchy led by the chairman of that political party.
You know, in Nigeria, there is this play about chairmanship of a political party and all the gimmicks. Once you make someone a political party chairman, to get him out is a big problem. Let me assure you, Abure, if Abure was obedient, let me say this, I'm not speaking for PKB. If Abure was obedient, Abure should go. He should leave the party chairmanship and let someone else come on board. But you see, we don't know where he's headed. That's why I'm telling you that PKB should tread with caution. Abure should conduct a convention that is all-inclusive and exit. And if they elect him back, then let it be. But what I'm saying is that we need PKB to be in a party that is healthy enough to form the same force in 2023 for the Obedience and other support groups to be able to help him, win the election. We did well in 2023, whatever you want to say. We did very well from 3 people in a room, as it was rumored, pressing computer, and then finally we were threatening the whole country. So what I want to say is that we are still ready to repeat what we did in 2023 in whichever party it is PKB finds himself.
Honorable Kenna, what about you? As the Obidient General, what will you be doing for the next elections? Are you vying for anything and where?
Well, like I said, we want the presidency first, because you have to get the head right. Nigeria is going down. It's going down. I've lived outside Nigeria for the past 32 years, and I visit Nigeria 3-4 times every year. Let me tell you, if we don't get the presidency right, you might have a situation in 2027 where people stone you when you come out to campaign. It's already happening. And we told Nigerians, I was educated in the North. I lived all my life in the North, but I'm from Anambra State. What was happening to Nigeria, what is still happening to Nigeria is when it's time for election, then they go and dig up their bigotry and religious, divisions that they use to confuse the Northerners. But I'm sure Northerners are now feeling the heat. I listened to Buba Galadima, when he was asked, what does he think about the suffering in Nigeria? He said that they love him, they should suffer. I don't agree with him. Nigerians should not suffer. Nigerians should be re-educated. People, using religious and tribal sentiments should be disowned. By 2027, I'm sure, I'm not encouraging violence. When you come out with a certain political party plaque, you'll be stoned. I can assure you that.
Honorable Iken Azomchine, former aspirant for Anambra governorship elections under the PDP and the Obidient General for a new Nigeria movement. Thank you very much indeed for your time this morning.
My appreciation.
All right, so that is the show today. We do thank you all for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow. Goodbye. I'm Chamberlain Uso.
And I'm Kayla Magwa. Have a wonderful week ahead.
Do have a wonderful one. It's the beginning of a new week. I'm Ayo Makinde.